Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Euroman Movie Report, the show where I talk about a movie I have recently watched at my local movie theatre. And by the way, Merry Christmas. I went to see Passengers. Passengers is this somewhat sci-fi flick made by some Norwegian director whose name I cannot pronounce. And it basically stars a few people. Chris Pratt, you know, Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, and Jennifer Lawrence, and to some extent Lawrence Fishburne. The story basically is that we have 5,000 people, passengers, and 200 and something crew on board this very futuristic colonial spaceship, which is on its way to some distant human colony called Homestead 2, if I remember correctly. And because the trip takes a long time, all the people on board are in suspended animation or hibernation like in the Alien movies. But I can divulge here, there aren't any aliens in this film, sadly. But anyway, in the beginning of the film, the ship is hit by this giant-ass meteor, and Star-Lord, who is one of the passengers, he's woken up and he goes, and when he realizes that he has woken up only 30 years after the ship has left Earth. So he wants to go back to sleep, but he can't because the suspension pods, they do not allow people to go back to sleep. So he farts around on board the ship and meets the robotic bartender, played by Martin Sheen, you know, the guy who has played Tony Blair in some TV movies, of a British actor. Then he one day tries to commit suicide, but he chickens out. So he starts to look at the other passengers who are still in cryosleep, and one of these passengers is none other than Jennifer Lawrence. And when he contemplates if he should try to wake her up, or he shouldn't, because if he wakes her up, then she can't go back to cryosleep either. But being the creep that he is, he wakes up Jennifer Lawrence. Who can blame him, because Jennifer Lawrence is very sexy. And yeah, there are some later scenes in the film where you get an ass shot of Jennifer Lawrence and the side boob, so I must say, even though this movie is it is worth the price of admission. So anyway, she is woken up, and she is a bit bewildered, and he lies to her, Star-Lord lies to her initially about why she has been woken up, and then they become friends and lovers, and there's loads of scenes where we have Jennifer Lawrence swimming in this supposedly zero-G pool where you can, see a lot of stuff. So anyway, and then of course she later discovers that Star-Lord, being the creep that he is, had woken her up, and then she becomes angry and so on and so on. But since this being a romantic movie, she forgives him. And later they meet Lawrence Fishburne, who plays the captain of the ship, who is woken up also, and but his role is very short. But what would have made a much better movie, in my opinion, is that, let's imagine, either you had inserted the alien from Aliens aboard the ship, and then Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt had to fight it off, or maybe you had two groups of people, two groups of colonists, been woken up at the same time, and maybe they start a turf war on board the ship while the systems of the ship fails. Maybe that would have made a better film. But all in all, yeah, if we discard the ass shots and the side boob of Jennifer Lawrence, is this a good film? It is mediocre in my opinion. The acting is fairly okay, but not good. Special effects, I didn't watch it in 3D, but the exterior shots when Star-Lord and Jennifer Lawrence, they go out and walk on the side of the ship, that looks great in my opinion. So all in all, what should we give this film? Yeah, 2.5 out of 5 Coca-Cola bottles. That's it, Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you liked this review / movie talk, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch my previous reviews / movie talks, you can click a link in the description. But I will return in a new review / movie talk. Until then, have a pleasant holiday, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.